We are going to look at two samples of letters. I need you to focus on both items.
Sure, I will try my best to identify things for both items.
Did you notice anything? Did you compare both letters?
I did notice the differences in tone used by the senders. The first letter was a formal letter. The language used was formal and straightforward.
What about the second letter?
The second letter was an informal letter. The way he wrote the letter seemed a bit casual compared to the formal one.
Good. Then, did you notice anything else?
Oh, the format of both letters were different. The formal letter, the address, date and signature were on the left side. Meanwhile, those were written on the right side for informal letter.
Apart from differences, did you notice anything else?
I think the informal letter is interesting and I can relate to the way it was written. For the formal letter, we should always use formal way of talking to the person that we are writing to.
However, you should understand both formats are using formal language and you should not include inappropriate words or slang.
Understood. It is actually easy once I understood the differences and similarities found in the both formats.
Let us move on to email writing. I am pretty sure you are good with email writing.
I hope I will be able to differentiate both formats then.
So, what is your opinion?
In my opinion, letters and emails are quite similar. Both of them have the same purpose as a medium of communications.
Which one do you prefer?
I would prefer email because it is fast and convenient. I do not have to buy stamps anymore.
But still, sometimes we need to write a letter to someone instead of sending an email.
I agree, especially when we are applying for jobs, lodging a report, or even requesting for something from someone. In fact, we should know how to write both letter and email for future use.
Now that you understood both letter and email, let us take a look at how to answer the Muet writing paper.
Alright, I hope I can respond to the task effectively.
Assalamualaikum and hi students. For this Muet Clinic 2021, I will be sharing materials for Muet writing responding to a letter or an email. So as you can see in front of you, we have Muet writing 800/4, paper 4 writing. You will be given 75 minutes for both task 1 and task 2. Task 1, write a letter or an email in reply to a stimulus. Meanwhile, task 2, essay writing, discursive or opinion, argumentative and problem solution essays will be explained by other lecturers. For task 1, the one that I'm going to do today is respond to a letter or an email. Candidates are given about 25 minutes to complete the task, are given a stimulus in the form of a letter or an email. You must read and respond to the stimulus, and you must use all the notes provided. Before I show the samples, let me explain few things first. You must remember, your answer must be written in paragraph form. Cannot be in point form. How many paragraphs should you write? I would advise you to write according to the notes given to you. The next one, follow the subject provided. Subject will be given in the question before you can answer the question itself. Do read the subject or the matter or the reason given to you before writing anything. No extra marks for idioms, proverbs or quotations. It is okay to include interesting things, but remember, no extra marks will be awarded to you. No penalties if it is written more than 100 words. You can write more than 100 words as long as you are responding to the 4 notes provided to you. Okay, the next one. Give relevant examples to suit the notes provided. Examples should always related to the notes given to you. Irrelevant examples or inaccuracies in answering the question will not benefit your work. Try not to use contractions. Try to spell out each word instead of using can't, couldn't, shouldn't, so on and so forth. Marks will not be affected that much, but you should use formal language while writing your response. Try not to include irrelevant abbreviations, FYI, ASAP, LOL, or other abbreviations. Try to refrain yourself from using trending abbreviations. No marks for distorted ideas or examples. Notes are there to help you, so make use of them correctly. You should always avoid slang or inappropriate language such as wanna, gotcha, hella, doing with the apostrophe, or shopping with the apostrophe. Speaking part, it is okay for you to use that kind of slang, but remember, this is formal writing. So, you must always use formal language or with courtesy. Like, Dear Sir or Madam, hello, hi, have a nice day. Formal language is compulsory when you write academic writing or formal writing. Try to adhere to the time limit, 25 minutes. It is crucial for each candidate, especially to those who are good with the language, to remember that this is quite an easy task for you. So do not spend more than 25 minutes for task 1. Keep your words for task 2 later. Lastly, you should respond to all 4 notes given to you. You must respond to all 4 notes to get good marks. Okay, let's see some useful expressions. To greet, hi, hello, dear, you can put the name, dear sir or madam. To conclude, bye, write soon, see you soon, hope to hear from you soon. To sign off, regards, warm regards, your friend, best wishes. To respond to good news, I am so glad that, I am delighted to hear that is great, awesome. To respond to bad news, I am sorry to hear about. It is said that if there is anything I can do, just let me know. To give advice, I think you should. Perhaps you should. In my opinion, you should. To accept an invitation or offer, thank you, I would love to. Thank you for your offer. Thank you so much for inviting me. I would be delighted to. To decline an invitation or offer, I would very much like to, but I am so sorry, but I don't think I can. I would love to, but I am afraid that I am terribly sorry I would not be able to because. To describe an event, it was an interesting. It was awesome because. The was excellent because. It was a challenging. To describe feelings, I am happy. I am excited. I am delighted. I am sad. I am devastated. I am disappointed. To describe experience, I had a wonderful time. I enjoy. It was a great event. I learned a lot of. So some of the important notes, words for yes. Indeed, of course, all right, sure, absolutely, certainly. So you can change the word yes in your writing by using these words, but try to look at the context before you change anything. Words for no, of course not, not at all. Like I said, before you change, make sure the meaning is correct, does not change the meaning of the sentence. For task fulfillment, the examiners are looking forward to see your ability to respond to the task effectively, the ability to develop or elaborate ideas effectively, or the ability to convey accurate and relevant information. For organization, the clarity of ideas or information conveyed, the ability to order or organize ideas, the ability to show unity of paragraphs and evidence of planning, ability to identify relationships between sentences or ideas, explore other meaning markers or discourse markers. Lexis and structure for language, accuracy of spelling and grammar, variety of sentence structures, appropriate and varied vocabulary. We are going to look at one sample question. Task 1, you are advised to spend 25 minutes on the task. Your friend Johan was not in school because he was not feeling well. Read the email from him asking about the English drama competition which he missed. Using all the notes given, write a reply of at least 100 words in an appropriate style. Important note, length of response. There will be no penalty to write a shorter or a longer response. The response is still going to be marked accordingly and as a whole or self-penalty. So let's take a look at a sample of email.
From Johan, subject English drama competition. Hi Ahmad, how was your weekend? Did you have fun at the English drama competition which was held on last Saturday? I feel a bit sad that I had to miss it as I was not feeling well. I heard that our school team performed well that day. Did they win any awards in that competition? Did something happen during that competition? I heard some rumors from Siti. She called me right after the competition ended, but we could not talk for too long. Will our school team make it to the National English Drama Competition? I hope I will be able to support our school team during that competition. Let me know soon. Bye, Johan.
As you can see in front of you, so you have here a sample of email. You have to reply to Johan, and the subject is English drama competition. You can actually change the subject if you like to, but always remember it is going to revolve around English drama competition. If you like to retain, then you should retain. Ahmad is the name given to you. This is you. You should always use Ahmad as your signing off. And focus on the notes given to you. Grade, describe one award, funny incident, and tell Johan. How to respond to the notes given to you. English drama competition. Stimulus. How was your weekend? Did you have fun at the English drama competition which was held on last Saturday? I feel a bit sad that I had to miss it as I was not feeling well. The notes given to you is great. My weekend was great. How was your weekend? My weekend was great. Did you have fun? Of course, I had fun watching my friends performing on stage last Saturday. However, I wish you were there with all of us during that drama competition. I know you anticipated the competition since last year. I hope you are doing well by now. Because of Johan mentioned, I feel a bit sad and I had to miss it. The next one would be, I heard that our school team performed well that day. Did they win any awards in that competition? Describe one award is the note given to you. They were spectacular indeed. Apart from that, our school team won the Best Costume Award. Mr. Jalil was so happy because he created the costumes himself. So as you can see over here, I heard that our school team performed well. They were spectacular indeed. And for award, the Best Costume Award, Mr. Jalil was so happy. Perhaps he is the person in charge. The next one, did something happen during that competition? I heard some rumors from Siti. She called me right after the competition ended, but we could not talk for too long. So the funny incident that happened, there was a funny incident during that competition. Do you remember Lisa? She was supposed to wear a wig as she dressed up as an old lady. While she was walking on the stage, the wig fell off her head. Everybody was laughing, but she just continued walking. She did not realize it until the floor manager picked up the wig and gave it to her. This is just an example of funny incident. You can make up your own funny incident and try to elaborate the incident to make it funny as the note given to you. Will our school team make it to the National English Drama Competition? I hope I will be able to support our school team during that competition. Mr. Jalil informed us yesterday that our school team will compete in the National English Drama Competition by the end of this year. Hope you will be there to support them this time around. So this is to tell Johan whether make it or not make it. In front of you, you can see sample of email. And the recipient is Johan. You are Ahmad. Like I said, you can change the subject if you like to. And signing off, your name Ahmad. Great. Describe one award, funny incident, and tell Johan. So I'm going to leave you for this sample so that you can see from top to toe how to write and what to write. Sample question, task 1. This is another sample question. You have just registered at a college and are staying in a hostel. You received a letter from your sister. Read the letter from her asking about your new experience living in a hostel. Using all the notes given, write a reply of at least 100 words in an appropriate style. Again, important note, length of response. There will be no penalty to write a shorter or a longer response. The response is still going to be marked accordingly as a whole or self-penalty. Let's take a look at a sample of a letter.
Lot 123, Lorong ABC 5, Taman Indah, 55100, Kuala Lumpur, 12 December 2021. Dear Anissa, how are you? I hope you are doing fine over there. How is life in college? I miss you a lot, although I have so many things to do at my workplace. Do not worry about Mom and Dad. They are doing just fine. So, tell me about your room at the hostel. What about your roommates? Are they treating you well? I apologize for not sending you over the other day because I had to attend a course. Do you have problems while living there without Mom? I am sure you cry at night missing her. Anyway, when will you have your semester break? I told Dad that I will pick you up, and we shall have a long drive together. Do you like the idea? Dad has given his permission already. Hope to hear from you soon. Your only sister, Amira.
Well, for letter, your address should be on your right side. And dear Anissa, this is you. You are Anissa for now, and you are replying to your only sister Amira. So how should you answer all the notes given? Let's find out. How to respond to the notes, new experience living in a hostel. Stimulus. How are you? I hope you are doing fine over there. How is life in college? I miss you a lot, although I have so many things to do at my workplace. Do not worry about Mom and Dad. They are doing just fine. The note given to you is excited. I am doing just fine here, although I miss you a lot. I hope all of you are doing great too. I am excited to study here with some of my good friends. This college offers a lot of benefits to its students. If you are answering the stimulus, try to understand the given stimulus and later you are going to respond to each one. Next one. So, tell me about your room at the hostel. What about your roommates? Are they treating you well? I apologize for not sending you over the other day because I had to attend a course. Note: describe. I have 3 nice roommates, Nina, Gita and Siti. They treat me kindly. Our room is at the 3rd floor and I think I might lose some weight because I have to climb up and down the stairs few times per day. Lucky for me, Nina is taking the same course as I am, so we go to class together every day. By the way, do not worry, dear sister. You can always come and visit me here if you have meetings in Kanga. You can see here, Nina, Gita and Siti are optional. If you would like to describe your friends, optional. Our room is at the 3rd floor because Amira is asking, what about your room? What about your roommates? And are they treating you well? So you have to answer the question. And they treat me kindly. The last part, because Amira mentioned to Anissa that she apologized. So Anissa mentioned, do not worry, you can always come and visit me. Stimulus, do you have problems while living there without mom? I am sure you cry at night missing her. So Anissa mentioned, I do not really have problems yet. However, I miss mom's food. No, I do not cry at night. I always call her before I go to bed because the note given to you is no, because. So the answer could be no, I do not cry at night because I always call her before I go to bed. Anyway, when will you have your semester break? I told Dad that I will pick you up and we shall have a long drive together. Do you like the idea? Dad has given his permission already. Tell Amira, my semester break will be in May 2022. I shall inform you the date later. Thank goodness that Dad gave his permission because I would love to have a long drive with you. So you can give a particular date or you can just mention the month, and you have to let her know that you are very glad to know your dad has given his permission. To respond to your sister's letter, so you have to write your address because you are living in a hostel, so address should be an appropriate one, and do not forget your date on your right side, recipient, your sister's name, Amira, and signing off is your name. So this is how you should write your letter. And how many paragraphs should you write is actually up to you, but as long as you answer the notes given to you, then it should be okay. I will leave you to look at the whole letter for more understanding on how you should answer the notes given to you. Okay, I think you have understood the requirement of task 1. So let us do few exercises. Your new friend Rina wrote an email stating that she is visiting you soon. Read the email from her informing you about her visit.
From Rina, subject counting days to visit you. Hi Bella, how have you been lately? I am occupied with assignments and my final examination will be starting next week. How is Malaysia? I could not wait to visit you like we have planned since last year. Luckily, my dad gave his permission for me to take the plane alone without my mom this time around. I will be staying at your place for 5 days before going back home, so I hope you have good plans for me at least for a few days. Will you accompany me to my relative's house somewhere in Damansara? I have never been to her house before my mom asked me to convey something to her while I am at your place. Let me know soon. Bye, Rina.
As you can see, you have to reply to Rina. And what about subject? And you are Bella. Remember, you are Bella. And the notes provided, exhausted, describe weather, share plans, and tell Rina. Based on the notes given to you, try to write your reply to Rina. The next question would be, your employer sent an email to you stating that you have to join a charity event in Singapore. Read the email from him regarding that event. Using all the notes as usual, you have to write at least 100 words to reply to your employer.
From Majidi. Subject, Charity Event 2021. Hello, Arif. I would like to inform that you have been selected to join our company in Charity Event 2021. For your information, Village Hotel Changi, Singapore will be our venue for this event. We are going to spend 3 days and 2 nights there, December 23rd to 25th, 2021. You will receive your plane ticket 3 days before departure. You are allowed to bring only one person to accompany you, but at your own expenses. Should you decline the offer, please let my secretary know so that I can rearrange the seating at that event. Regards, Majidi.
So this time around, the email a little bit formal. You have to reply to Mr. Majidi with the subject. And how should you address Mr. Majidi then? Arif is you. You are being grateful. You have to ask for details. You have to say, okay, noted, I understood. And you have to accept the offer. Pay attention to the notes provided and always remember you are Arif. So try the question for now. exercise for you. You have just received a letter from a friend asking you to join him in a leadership seminar. Read the letter from him sharing information regarding the seminar. Using all the notes given, write a reply of at least 100 words in an appropriate style. So let's take a look at the letter.
Number 41, Lorong 2, Taman Bahagia, 55100, Kuala Lumpur. 12 December 2021. Dear Ismail, how are you getting on? I hope you are doing great with your family. I have a great news, and I know you would be excited too. I received a call from an organizer yesterday asking me to join a leadership seminar. The seminar will be held in June 2022. Dr. Ahmad will be the speaker for that seminar, and I know very well that you like to listen to him most of the time. What do you think? Are you interested to join the seminar? By the way, the seminar will be held in Sabah, and we have to buy the plane tickets ourselves. Would your parents let you go to Sabah with me? Hope to hear from you soon. Your friend, Shah.
If you look at the letter, do not forget your address, and your name for now is Ismail, and you have to write a reply to Shah. Pay attention to the notes provided to you. Not feeling well. Ask for details. Yes, because, and you have to tell Shah. So why not you try to write a reply to Shah? Do not forget all the details. So good luck. I think all of you understood by now the process of answering these tasks. If you have any questions, you can always write in the chat box and our moderators are there to help you out. So one question here, do we need to count the words after writing the email or the letter? So it is not necessary for you to count the words by right. If you manage to respond to the stimulus given, you will be able to write more than it should be. So it doesn't matter if you write 100 or 150 or even 350, your marks are going to be underneath the marking scheme. 30 for task fulfillment and 30 for language organization. So try not to overdo yourself and then try not to write more than you should because you have another task to do. And be careful of your sentences. Do not be too flowery or too extravagant until you forgot that the meaning of writing the email or the letter is actually answering the notes given to you. So if we write less than 100 words, we would not be able to get good marks then. So practically, you should write more than 100 words and according to the notes given to you. That's the task. Do be careful of time given to you. Do not spend too long planning what to write. So the marks given to you is 30 for task fulfillment, 30 for language organization. So this is not much compared to task 2. So when you have the question paper in front of you, you have your stimulus in front of you, you focus on the notes given to you, and then you plan what to write and at least give yourself 20 minutes. Do not be 30 minutes or even 1 hour to answer this question because this question is supposed to be very, very easy for advanced students. Okay, we are not sure what will come out during Muet writing. So my advice would be, do read more articles or books to upgrade yourself, upgrade your knowledge about different issues, so that when you respond to emails, letters, especially for reports, applications, so on and so forth, you have good ideas to support you. So reading is also a key to success. If you are able to produce good ideas, then you shall be awarded with good marks. So normally, sentences are going to be looked at by the examiners and good marks will be given to good sentences. Do you remember that you have to put the name at the end or at the bottom of your letter or your email? So what if you would like to put your signature instead of the name given to you? Always remember the name given is a must for you to write. Then you can sign your name. So normally we sign our name and then we put the name, we spell it out. So do not forget the name is the one it is given to you, not your real name. Do not forget that. Make sure you check your sentences. Do not have a lot of grammatical error. Some glaring grammatical error would affect your marks on the language, and then if sentence structures are affected, your marks are not going to be good. So please check your sentences at least. And then make sure you use the correct pronouns. Make sure you use the correct tenses. Is it past tense? Is it perfect tenses? Is it present tense? So make sure you check. And then when we are writing, we have to make sure we are using the correct tenses. Okay, so if let's say you have problems with your sentences, at least make sure you use simple sentences so that your sentences are not going to be distorted or misunderstood by the examiner. And should you write longer sentences or should you write shorter ones. I would suggest simple structures, and then meaning is easily understood. Meaning comes across easily to the examiner. Do not overdo yourself by writing too complex sentences. You can always refer to the notes provided, and the notes are there to help you out. That's why this is a very straightforward task. Do not write a long essay just to complete the task. Provide relevant examples or elaborations to support your idea. So this is very crucial, especially when the notes given to you ask for details, describe, tell. So you have to at least be specific what to ask, what to tell, what to describe, and what not. And make sure you read the stimulus given, and then you read the notes, and then you compare and contrast. What should you write? What should you put? And stimulus is there for you to help you out, and also the notes are there for you at least to help you or to guide you to write good sentences or good response. Okay, I will share some email from a company to its worker, although it is not the same as what is in Muet writing. I think we should at least get to know few types of email writing, because of companies have different styles of writing. Muet writing is practically what you should write in formal or formal writing, and for companies, email writing is quite different, because they put very straightforward what to do, what not to do accordingly. The first email, this is from Connie Unifiers, and it is sent the date given to the staff. And subject, thank you, Connie Unifiers Beach Cleanup Activity Pantai Aceh Pulau Indah. So they have done the cleanup activity. So dear staff, the name of the staff. Greetings from Connie Unifiers. We would like to thank the volunteers who participated in the beach cleanup CSR event and made it successful. A total 283 kgs of waste were collected during the event. Also, we have donated 8 sets of dustbins and 3 sets of Keep Clean signboards to the local council. Let's aim to increase awareness among people about waste reduction and to develop a sustainable environment for our future generation. If you see, we have salutation, and then we have the opening, why the email was written. Thank you to the volunteers. And then the details, 283 kgs of waste were collected, and they donated 8 sets of dustbins and 3 sets of Keep Clean signboards to the local council. So those are the details. And what they aim is to increase awareness among people. So email is supposed to be straightforward and no need to sugarcoat anything. This is a very professional email. Okay, the next one, another email regarding Pantai Aceh. So this one is another email. Okay, let's see the next one. This one is a blood donation campaign. Dear staff, greetings from Connie Unifiers. You are greatly appreciated for your participation in the blood drive. Your donation can surely save another life. Every blood donor is a lifesaver. We are happy to report that 53 members participated in the drive, wherein 44 members were able to successfully donate the blood, meaning 53 participated but only 44 able to donate the blood. If you can see, those are the details. We would like to thank the volunteers who donated blood and made the CSR event a success. So this is a formal event. And then this is a formal email. So sentences are going to be very straightforward. Okay, the next one. Simple one. We are back. Thanks for your patience. Let's care for our society. Donate blood, save lives. Next Wednesday. So this is pre for the blood donation just now. Okay, this one is a bowling tournament. So as you can see, the date, time, venue given, and the list of participants registered. So these are the sample of formal emails that I managed to collect. So if you have samples or examples, you can always refer to the email or the letter. So what can I say about letters and email? They are basically the same thing. We are using emails and letters to communicate with the other party, and then we need information, or we need to clarify something, or we need to report something, so we need to send emails. So emails are supposed to be very professional, very simple, very direct, no need to sugarcoat anything, unless you are writing love letter. Love letter is another case. So always remember, when you write an email, whether you are a very good student or moderate student, always remember, email supposed to be short, sweet and simple. But you can always use good words, good sentences. No need to have like bombastic words. Do not really need proverbs, because when we read email, as you can see in front of you, companies do not write bombastic words in the emails. They do not even put flowery language or literature or quotation and whatnot. So make sure you answer accordingly. So with that, thank you so much for watching the video. I wish you all the best in the Muet exam. And if you have any questions, you can always ask your English lecturers, and all of us are willing to help you out. So thank you so much.